Hello, I'm John Furrier with theCUBE Pod. We are here on special location in Maui, Hawaii for the ACTAI Global. Shawn Douglass, the CEO, founder of Amberdata, good friend of theCUBE, CUBE alumni, here for the ACTAI. This is a special appearance of theCUBE, embedded into the micro community that is the ACTAI Global. Great to see you.
Great to see you. Glad to be here. Thank you.
It's a real honor to be here, and I know, as an industry legend, you and I have gone back, I think, 2 waves of innovation. You've been in crypto, how many years now? 8?
Oh my God, 8 years,
8 years
running
probably?
Amberdata, and probably 10 years and more in crypto.
We're here with a mixture of experts. I mean, basically it's an MOE system here. It's got very diverse, 50-50, pretty much male, female, all alpha A players. They have talks in the morning, and then the wind kicks in, and it's time to context switch to a kite surfing. Okay, good format, I like it.
I like it.
But it's cool, a lot of conversation, but this is a lot of thinking. It's like a think camp. It's like almost like a summer camp for smart people, riffing on stuff, a lot of activities. ACTAI stands for athletes, conservatives, technologists, artists, and innovators, and this is where the melting pot of the propensity of ideas come together, serendipity. This is where the action is. What do you think?
I'm so impressed. Just the caliber of the people you're talking to and the experiences that they're bringing to the table, and everybody's just letting their guards down and helping each other out, and just kind of embracing the moment.
Yeah.
It's an honor to be here, and I'm super stoked.
Yeah, I mean, most of these conferences that are like this, that are good, everyone's smart, so no one's really selling. You're already sold in, basically, because you're smart, and also it's really kind of a constructive, positive vibe. They got yoga in the morning. Look at the view here. Reminds me of the crypto days back when we used to go to the Puerto Rico, the Caribbean, all good vibes. But let's talk about what you're working on, because I know that you guys have traction. I remember when you started 8 years ago, we had a conversation around how blockchain will need IT. I'm oversimplifying it, but you've done some seminal work as CTO in your career on observability, IT management. Blockchain is instrumented.
Yeah.
It's anonymous, but you can see everything.
Yeah.
So what's going on? Can you see all the movement? Bitcoin
Yeah.
obviously won over 130,000 this week, doing well.
Yeah, absolutely. So, like you said, when we started the company, the vision was, when blockchain networks become the fabric of financial services, they will need operational telemetry. They will need to be able to trade, transact, have transparency, have trust into liquidity pools, and understand what's going on. And there's radical transparency available in these financial markets. And what we do is we connect into every major centralized spot derivatives, options venue, every blockchain network, every DEX, every lending protocol, everything that's going on in DeFi. We unify that, and then we are the backbone of all the big players in digital assets, whether they be new entrants or they're the hardcore crypto natives. We're powering their operations. It's wild.
The CUBE and NYSE Wired community, Brian Bauman really kind of introduced me to the scene here. I've known Bill Tai for 20 years, but the Wired community is a trust network that's forming, kind of speaks to connecting these micro communities. And everyone always asks me, and I've learned from the NYSE that there's a real movement to go public, these companies, and Brian's tracking, I think he calls them the Fabulous 7, Crypto 7 or a term, but there are whales that are doing essentially revenue that would benchmark against any company.
Yeah.
And they, with the political regime more favorable to crypto, David Sachs is in the office, you got Trump giving him some green light, and smart people are coming to the table in the industry. So tech for good is happening, but it's going to make the market. So what's your view? Average American wants to know, the average stock buyer across the world wants to know. It's 24/7 and it's a global market. What's happening with the main streeting of crypto?
Yeah.
Stable coins coming, banks are doing all kinds of real assets on chain, major action. How do you explain this?
There's massive movement. It's literally a paradigm shift, and there's going to be a transformation of really the fabric that the world operates on. It's not going to all be on blockchain, but there's things that are specific and unique about blockchain networks and tokenization and digital assets that create the ability to expand the TAM for people who are having existing markets, they can now sell their products globally. They can have transparency. They can tokenize and create unique structured products that are encapsulating different DeFi assets. And people like BlackRock, they're telling the world they're going to tokenize $70 trillion of assets by 2030. You look at stable coins, massively disruptive to payments. All of the major banks today generate 20-30% of the revenue from payments. It's going to be pretty disruptive, and it's going to lower the barriers to entry for people to transact, for remittance, etc. And then just the whole asset tokenization allows people to take, like BlackRock or Franklin Templeton or Fidelity, take long duration assets that maybe 20, 30-year private equity funds, just break those, like securitize those, wrap those in a token, and then list that on 55 different exchanges around the world, rather than just NASDAQ.
I want to connect two worlds that we live in. You live in both, have lived in both, and it's intersecting now. Technology and crypto infrastructure, and then the application, which is money, together. You look at NVIDIA. They use the word tokens in their AI factory, but tokens they use for different meanings. So NVIDIA is setting the stage for this digital twin revolution. And how it connects to crypto, and I want to get your thoughts on this, is that the digitization of our world is happening. And the premise of stable coins and crypto money is that digital transactions are not modernized.
Yeah.
Would you agree with that statement?
100%. The whole value prop for a lot of stable coins is its internet native transfers of value that allow you to have two AI agents to be able to transact and buy data back and forth and feed their models. It enables seamless paying out of new financial products from a structuring of yield across different assets. It allows you to take the old world, wrap it in the new world, and make it go global. It's all of the things you just said.
So a digital twin in the technology space, if you listen to theCUBE, we rant about it all the time. We're building a digital twin of theCUBE and replicating that in all the communities we participate in to make efficiency of data, which is getting more content, et cetera, et cetera. But it's not just manufacturing or all these use cases. Making a digital twin feels like a very metaverse thing. Oh yeah, I got a digital twin. But in reality, it's just a representation of real world.
Exactly.
So the first party relationship between physical, real, and digital is coming together. And so the twin concept is the first step. That's my thesis.
I agree with that.
What happens next? Okay, first off, if you believe that, then the next question is, okay, what does life look like with a combined, collapsed physical digital identity? And goods and services. That means you need a commerce system.
Yeah. I don't have a good answer for that one, to be honest. But I want to go back to your point on the tokenization piece. So this digital twin. So you take for example, like a stable coin or what have you, and you encapsulate a yield-bearing treasury bond that becomes money-like, that is able to in the future to deliver a yield. The difference between that and trading something on the London Stock Exchange is that on the London Stock Exchange, it's been tokenized by having a ticker symbol, except you don't physically own the asset, where in this world you can actually own and use that asset for to as collateral for a loan or collateral to generate additional yield. It becomes much more portable, and the economy of ownership becomes much more real than just a legal contract and a ticker symbol. Yeah.
You and I always talk about our families. We both have families, and we have kids. They're growing up. They're becoming adults. Can you imagine if we were like 23 and we were hanging out in Hawaii knowing what we know? I mean, think about what we would do. What would you do? I mean, like, there's so much opportunity. You could write algorithms, because stablecoin is not necessarily that stable. It's off by a few pennies here and there, but that money's moving that way too. There's so much software algorithmic opportunities for young and old.
Right.
It's a renaissance. I mean, Sergey Brin was just quoted this week. He's back. He's a billionaire. He's like, I'm working 5 days a week. Why? He loves it. He said it's the best time to be a computer scientist right now.
I agree. There's so much amazing things. So, like you said, I've got kids, and my son just graduated college, and, he's really looking at AI and agentic flows and all of that type of stuff, because it enables an individual. It's a levels the playing field, so anybody can have access to have a broad base. Now your super specialization becomes your magic power, and then a broad understanding of these tool sets. So if I was 22, I would probably be doing something in crypto, and I was probably trying to do
Decentralization.
Decentralization.
Yeah.
Now, our company, we've been doing this for 10 years. We're hardcore infrastructure. We served 4 billion API calls last year, right? I can't just do something quick and easy today.
Yeah.
But like if I was 22, 23, I'd probably be focused on how do you do something disruptive that has a global TAM that is enabling, kind of what's going on.
Where's the
with
best
that.
opportunities do you see out there right now for entrepreneurship and white space or any kind of, because assuming it's growing and it's evolving, what's the best opportunity space do you see?
I think it depends on where you come from, because what your skill set is going to allow you. It's like surfing, right? You have to be in shape at the right place at the right time and then commit. And there's a lot of opportunities to commit to, but you got to pick one that you can actually ride, right? So I think it's path dependent who you are. I don't have a great answer.
Brian Bauman, I had a great conversation with Jeff, who's a big wave rider.
Yeah.
He's doing some amazing things, and that DNA just carries forward. Yeah. That's timing, but that's situational awareness.
Yeah, it
but
is.
If you don't have the goods, like look at me, I'm going to go kite surfing. I'll be getting dragged across the phase one. But Shawn, great stuff. Great to see you. Having a good time?
Awesome.
Good?
Thank you, John. It was great to be on
Thanks
theCUBE.
for podcasting.
Thank you.
Thanks for the pod.